Alright, so this is my game for DES105. Here's the start of it where I've put the variables available to be edited in the editor in Unity itself to make it a bit easier to, change the variables like on the fly, I guess. This is the part where I did a charge jump for this to make it a bit easier to move around a bit more with a bit more control instead of just pressing jump, and it definitely does like a big jump or anything like that. So here it calculates a jump time, so there's a window in which you can jump. It's I think I set it to 0.8 seconds, so within that time you can jump, you can hold it for 0.8 seconds, and then you'll do your full jump, or you can do it if you hold it for less, then you have within that time window to then jump again. So it has a sort of like a double jump or triple jump kind of thing, as if like the time is like stamina. Um, and yeah, this is just where I declared like what keys to press, like space and everything. There's the movement in there as well. I use the Unity in-game movement options because like I tried it in this other one where I was trying to do it a bit more literally, like using the floats and everything to try and do it just basic, in a very basic manner, but it wasn't very smooth. It was a bit, the stops were very sudden, and it wasn't very good for the general play of the game. Here's the timer script, which is like the main mechanic for it, where it also has the amount of falls that the player has gone through. So every time the player hits the trigger, which is down here, it resets the timer and adds 1 to the fall count. I also made the fall count start at where is it? There. I made it start at -1 because when the player spawns in, he drops onto the floor, which would start as 1 fall already. So obviously that isn't really fair. So it's -1, so then it just goes up incrementally from 0. Also here is where I've put in the use the scene manager to go into next screen when you get to if you get to the top platform to then load the actual windscreen. What else is there? Oh, and here's where I've made it so when you leave the rest platforms, the timer starts again. Well, it doesn't start again; it continues running. I just named it timer start because that's the thing I call at the beginning to start the timer. There is also what else we got here? I think that's pretty much it actually. Yeah, covered everything in that. This is the the failed grapple mechanic I tried to put in. I could not get the raycast to work properly with the obstacles. They would always, no matter where I put the hitboxes or how I arranged the scripts to work in different orders or anything like that, using the runtime, it would just miss. It would either miss the platform entirely by going through it. It would if you clicked on the platform you wanted to jump to or grapple onto, if you then moved, then it would go to where your mouse pointer is and still class it as if that was the bounding box. So you might click on it and then move slightly to the right, and then it would say, "Oh, the bounding box is there." So it would then grapple to a box that does not exist, and it would look weird and janky, and I could not get it to fix. It probably has something to do with how I was casting to the mouse instead of just the specific objects, but I really didn't want to keep going into it and trying it because it was just taking up time, and I was not finishing the game. Yeah, this is one of the things that didn't go well with it. Yeah, I kind of pushed it to the side, but the scripts are still in there, just not really using them. um, yeah, I think I've pretty much covered all the main mechanics for it, actually. Um, I was hoping that I could have had like a way of having like a total time, just like total time over what we call like alongside the actual timer, um, and then it would tell you how long you've been playing it for, that kind of business, instead of just having the timer reset. But I thought that might have been a little frustration mechanic. You don't really know how long you've been playing for and how many times you failed. Um, what else? I was just thinking of putting in power ups, maybe if the levels were a bit longer. But yeah, it was kind of diverging away from the actual main thing of the game, which was just a difficult platformer. And if you could start adding platform pickups and stuff in it, then it's sort of solving a difficult thing because you've got ways of just making it easier. Yeah, see that. Yeah.